I feel liberated. I don't know whether it's the Queen passing on that I now think I can just sort of say openly what I want to say without worrying. I'm really, truly authentic Sarah now.
For 30 years, the world has known her as the royal family's loudest firebrand, a woman who never met a headline she couldn't amplify. But in March 2026, something has shifted. For the first time in modern history, the woman who once practically lived in the camera's flashbulbs has done the unthinkable. She has vanished. While the York name faces its most radioactive crisis yet, a single calculated decision is being made behind closed doors, one that has reportedly left King Charles thrilled for a reason no one expected. As her daughters fight for their social survival, the woman we knew as Fergie is playing a high-stakes game of shadows. But is this a genuine retreat, or is the ultimate royal magician simply waiting for the smoke to clear before her most dangerous trick yet? The woman who once practically lived in the camera's flashbulbs has officially become a ghost. In March 2026, Sarah Ferguson hasn't just stepped back, she's vanished into thin air. For 30 decades, Fergie was the ultimate royal firebrand, a woman who never met a headline she couldn't amplify. But now, the silence coming from her camp is deafening. And that is exactly why King Charles is reportedly more thrilled than he's been in years. You see, the York brand isn't just damaged anymore, it's radioactive. While the world waits for the next explosion, Sarah has performed her most impressive trick yet. She's finally learned when to shut up. It's a monumental shift for a woman who used her royal title like a master key to every talk show sofa from London to Los Angeles. But this isn't a retreat, it's a high-stakes calculation. Every day she stays out of the shot, she's building a shield, a buffer zone for her daughters, Beatrice and Eugenie, who are currently standing on the jagged edge of social exile. But how do you go from being a professional fire starter to the monarchy's most disciplined silent partner? The answer lies in a series of nuclear communications that were never supposed to see the light of day. Because while the world was looking at the present, a ghost from the past was about to pull the rug out from under everything Sarah had built. And these leaked messages, they were just the beginning of a nightmare that even the Teflon Duchess couldn't talk her way out of. But those emails weren't just embarrassing, they were the final nail in the coffin.
Dear spectacular and special friend Jeffrey, you are a legend and I'm so proud of you. Thanks for being such a great friend. Lots of love, Sarah. That was part of an email that Sarah Ferguson, the ex-wife of former Prince Andrew and better known to many as Fergie, sent to Jeffrey Epstein in 2009 when he was serving a jail sentence for procuring prostitution from a minor.
The Teflon Duchess didn't just lose her grip in 2026, she hit a wall made of 3 million pages of evidence. While Sarah Ferguson was masterfully playing the part of the silent exile, the US Department of Justice was preparing to drop a bomb that made her previous scandals look like a playground dispute. We're talking about the emails. Imagine, for a second, the sheer audacity. In 2009, while Jeffrey Epstein was literally behind bars for crimes involving a minor, Sarah wasn't just checking in on him, she was calling him a legend. She was telling him she was so proud of him. In one chilling exchange, she even referred to the disgraced financier as the brother she always wished for. But it gets darker. New reports suggest that Sarah didn't just accept money to clear her debts, she was allegedly pitching business plans to a man the world was actively trying to lock away. The York brand wasn't just associated with Epstein, it was actively courting him. And as these details flooded the internet in early 2026, the reaction from the public was instantaneous and brutal. 7 major charities, some she had worked with for over 30 years, didn't just pause their relationship, they scrubbed her name from their websites within hours. The Sarah's Trust charity, gone, shut down for the foreseeable future. The world wasn't laughing at her antics anymore, they were recoiling. But here is the truly baffling part. While her reputation was being vaporized, Sarah wasn't in London fighting the fire. She had jetted off to a $16,500 a day wellness clinic in Switzerland, leaving behind a trail of unanswered questions and a very confused public. Who was paying for a $500,000 retreat when her businesses were folding? And why, in the middle of the greatest storm of her life, was she being spotted in the company of a Hollywood legend thousands of miles away? The answer to that question reveals the true reason King Charles is finally breathing a sigh of relief, and it involves a secret refuge on the other side of the Atlantic.
No, I think the royal family had their reservations. She had a reputation for being a bit of a party girl. There were concerns about her father. There were concerns whether she was really in love with Andrew, in love with the royal family. Lots of questions around the marriage behind the scenes.
Sarah Ferguson isn't just laying low, she's effectively vanished into the concrete jungle of New York City. While the British tabloids were busy scouring the Swiss Alps and the deserts of the UAE, the woman who was once the Duchess of York was reportedly sofa surfing in Manhattan. But this isn't your average guest room stay. Sarah has allegedly taken refuge in the guest house of a Hollywood icon, Priscilla Presley. It's the ultimate alliance of 2 women who have spent their lives in the shadow of legendary and often controversial men. But why New York, and why now? The answer is as strategic as it is desperate. By crossing the Atlantic, Sarah has created a 3,000-mile buffer between herself and the burning wreckage of the York brand back in London. In the city that never sleeps, she's finally found a place where she can be a ghost. No unauthorized photos, no accidental run-ins with the press, just a calculated total media blackout. But don't let the quiet fool you. Insiders say this isn't just a retreat, it's a masterclass in survival. Priscilla Presley isn't just providing a roof, she's reportedly acting as a mentor, teaching Sarah how to rebuild a shattered legacy from the ground up. Think about it. Priscilla turned Graceland into a billion-dollar empire. Now she's helping Sarah figure out her next nuclear move. But there's a catch. While Sarah is learning how to reinvent herself in the shadows, her presence in the US has triggered a new wave of panic back at Buckingham Palace. Because a quiet Sarah is a safe Sarah, but a Sarah with a plan, that is King Charles's worst nightmare. Rumors are already swirling that she's sitting on a tell-all memoir that could make Spare look like a fairy tale. The king is thrilled she's silent for now, but the tension is rising. Is she genuinely reforming, or is she just reloading her weapons while the world isn't looking? Because if Sarah Ferguson is learning how to play the long game, the royal family might be about to face a revelation they never saw coming. Ultimately, Sarah Ferguson has made a choice that prioritizes the future of her children over the ego of her past. In March 2026, the York brand is on total life support, and this vanishing act is the only thing keeping the heart beating. By remaining a ghost, she's allowing the public to focus on the work her daughters are doing rather than the hellacious dealings of their parents. It is a sharp, suspenseful game of wait and see. For the first time in 30 years, the woman who was once the monarchy's greatest liability is acting like its most disciplined asset. King Charles is thrilled because, for once, he doesn't have to worry about what Fergie might say next. She has realized that in a world that won't stop talking about her past, the most effortlessly clever thing she can do is absolutely nothing at all. But don't be fooled. In the world of high-stakes royal drama, silence is rarely just silence. It's a countdown. Is Sarah Ferguson truly content to fade into the background of a Manhattan sunset? Or is she just waiting for the exact moment the world stops looking to perform her most shocking comeback yet? The Fergie show might be cancelled by popular demand, but as any fan of a good thriller knows, the most dangerous character is the one you haven't seen in a while. What do you think? Is Sarah truly reforming, or is this just the calm before the ultimate royal storm? Let us know in the comments below, and if you want to stay updated on the next chapter of this royal vanishing act, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching.